Hey, what's up everybody? I just wanted to do a quick video today. I get a lot of questions about the fuel system that I use in this car because it makes quite a bit of power, and people see the stock fuel rail and they're like, how does that even work? The internet says to do -10 lines and do the special Holley divided rail, and you need a -8 return and all this stuff because the internet says so. I'm here to tell you that's completely false. This car makes over 900 horsepower to the tire, and it has stock fuel lines, and not really that much of a fuel system. It's got dual 340 Aeromotive stealths in the tank, and it uses the stock fuel line to the front. It's got a stock LS3 fuel rail, although the Fbody fuel rail is almost identical in every way, and like size and where the feed port is and that size and everything like that. All you have to do is take off this stock pressure test port cap. It's plastic, it just screws off. There's a valve in there that you can take out with a tire Schrader valve tool, and then it's a -4 fitting. So I used a -4 to -6 fitting, and then this is just some Russel fittings that you can get on Amazon. They're a -6, and then just a -6 line here to a Aeromotive fuel pressure regulator, and I just kind of welded up this little bracket. You can also mount the regulator somewhere over here. This is a turbo oil pressure reg, but you could mount that here and just run a line there. You don't have to weld up anything if you don't want to, but that's the way I did it. This is just plugging this port. I have this cap here. I use it to drain the tank if I ever need to drain the 85 if the car sits a while, so that's handy to have. You can just cap this off and have like a spare piece of hose into a jug and short out the relay or use HP tuners or whatever. This is just another -6 line, and it just goes back to, this is the E85 content sensor, and this line just goes under the car back to where the stock return is. And people don't think these cars have a return. They do have a stock return. It just kind of tees off back there underneath the axle, sort of, or above the axle. And so there's a fitting you can use to plug that stock port, and then you can run this line back to the stock return area, and then all you need to do is take out the bucket in the tank, and you can it just pops off with a screwdriver. So here I am under the car. Here's the stock return block, or whatever you want to call it. So this is the stock return. The pump feeds it through the filter here into this, and then whatever pressure is over the limit of the regulator gets returned back into the tank there. So this is a 14 millimeter by 1.5 O-ring fitting, I believe. I'll do my best to post in the description. That's this one, and then this end is a 6AN male, and this is just a 6AN cap that goes on there. So then you'll need a 14 millimeter by 1.5 female to 6AN, and this is just the line that goes to the return of the regulator. So stock fuel filter, which when I tell people that, they don't believe me, but there it is. I change it once a year. Even with E85, I've never seen anything in it. It's always squeaky clean. I've had no issues with the E85 and the stock filter. You could also use the stock evap line as a return if you wanted to somehow. And also, this is for a LS car. I'm not sure on the LT cars how they work. I'm sure it's something quite similar. But anyway, this is the setup under the car. It's really simple. There's not a lot of plumbing at all. and I've made tons of power this way. I've had no fuel pressure drops or issues of any kind related to fueling. The last thing is just this line here. Some people might have noticed that. This is just a line I made to replicate the stock feed line that goes from the stock hard line to the rail. And I only made that because the one I have was kind of old and ratty. I actually used the stock feed line for years with this setup and it worked fine. So that's even less stuff you have to buy if your stock feed line is in good condition. I've ran this at different base pressures, 60 PSI, 45, 30. I've had no issues with it. So that's the basic setup of the fuel system in this car as far as plumbing goes. 2 340s in the tank. One is triggered off of a Racetronics hot wire kit, and the other one is triggered off of a relay, and over here is a Hobbs switch set at like 2 or 3 pounds or something really low, so that whenever I get into boost, the second pump kicks on. And even with 2 pumps on the stock lines and regulator, I could fire up the car and it'll be sitting at 60, and then I'll hot wire the second 340 pump, and this pressure will the needle will just twitch for a second, just like 1 or 2 PSI as it takes up the load of the 2 pumps. So there's no overpressurization either, which is very surprising given the stock size of the fuel line. I think it's like 5/16. But just in case anybody else had a concern about that, of when your second pump kicks on, you know, you have 80 or 90 PSI, that is not the case. That's all based on your regulator. And so far I've had absolutely no issues. Curious if I can fit 3 pumps in there, if that will be an issue, but so far so good. So anyway, you got any more questions, shoot them down below in the comments. Thanks for watching.